Have you ever stopped to think about the incredible high-performance machinery that's running inside your body right now? Well, today, we're diving deep into our own cells to uncover some of your body's most powerful and secret power tools. So, here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about what these tiny tools even are. Then, we'll meet the superstars that use them. After that, we're going to zoom right in on their molecular workbench, see exactly how the magic happens, and finally, we'll see how these tiny machines change our world in massive ways. Okay, let's kick things off with a bit of a riddle. What on earth could your lungs and a car's exhaust possibly have in common? I mean, it sounds like a trick question, right? One is all about life, the other is, well, the opposite. So what's the connection? And here it is, the big reveal. They both rely on powerful metal catalysts. You see, a car's catalytic converter uses a metal, something like platinum, to change harmful exhaust gases into safer stuff. Your body, it turns out, does something just as important, using its own set of metals. It's all about chemistry. And that brings us right to our first big idea. When you hear about metals like iron or zinc, you probably think of them as nutrients, right? Things you need in your diet. But there's so much more than that. At a cellular level, they're not just building blocks, they are super active, absolutely essential tools. So, to really get how these tools work, we need to meet the workers that actually use them. And those workers are called enzymes. Think of enzymes as the ultimate biological workhorses, running the entire show inside you. And, as it turns out, a whole lot of them need a metal partner to even get the job done. So what is an enzyme, really? You can think of it like a specialist on an assembly line. It's a protein that's built to do one very specific job on one specific molecule, and it does it over and over again, millions of times a second, without ever getting tired or used up. They literally make life happen at the speed of, well, life. Now, enzymes have two main ways of working with these metal helpers. Over here on the left, you've got your metal-activated enzymes. In this case, the metal ion is kind of like a borrowed tool. It comes in, helps with the job, and then it leaves. But on the right, we have the stars of our show today, the metalloenzymes. Here, the metal isn't borrowed. It is a permanent, crucial part of the enzyme itself. And this is the main takeaway. For a metal enzyme, that metal is not optional. It's not an add-on. It is a built-in, non-negotiable part of the machine that defines exactly what that enzyme can do. These things are truly nature's high-performance machinery. So where does all this incredible chemistry actually take place? Well, we have to zoom way in to a tiny, very specific part of the enzyme called the active site. This is it. This is the molecular workbench where all the action happens. You know, this is probably the best analogy to keep in your head. The active site is the workbench, and that metal ion, that's the specialized power tool that's bolted right onto it, always ready to go. So what makes this workbench so special? Well, for starters, it's a perfectly shaped little pocket or groove. It's designed to grab one, and only one, specific target molecule, which scientists call a substrate. It then holds that molecule in the exact right position, right next to that essential metal power tool that's waiting inside. All right, so we've met the workbench and we've seen the tool. Now let's get to the good part. Let's watch how they actually work together in what's called the catalytic cycle. This is how the magic really happens. It all happens in this incredibly fast four-step loop. Okay, step 1, the substrate binds. The target molecule just slots perfectly into the workbench. Step 2, the metal activates. This is where the power tool does its thing. It pulls or pushes on the molecule, getting it ready to change. Step 3, the reaction. And boom, the molecule is instantly converted into a totally new product. And finally, step 4, the product releases, leaving the workbench totally free for the next one. And this whole cycle can happen millions of times every single second. So now that we've seen the tiny mechanism, let's zoom back out, because what happens on these microscopic workbenches has massive, and I mean massive, real-world consequences for your health and for the world all around us. Just take a look at a few of these. Every single time you breathe out, an enzyme called carbonic anhydrase, using zinc as its tool, is managing all the CO2 in your blood. If you've ever had a drink, alcohol dehydrogenase, also using zinc, is hard at work in your liver. And superoxide dismutase, it uses copper and zinc. And it's basically your cell's personal bodyguard, protecting you from damage 24/7. And if you're thinking, okay, cool, but how common are these things really? Check out this number, over a third. That means more than 1 out of every 3 enzymes we know of needs a metal ion to work. They're not some quirky little exception. They are absolutely fundamental to how life works. So here's the bottom line, the big thing to remember. From breathing and digesting your food all the way to thinking and forming memories, nearly every single process that we call life depends on these incredible metal-powered tools. And that leaves us with one last really big thought. Nature has spent billions of years perfecting these little machines. So what if we could learn to build our own? If we can master creating our own versions of these tiny tools, what global problems could we solve? Could we design better medicines, clean up pollution, maybe even create clean energy? The possibilities are just staggering, and it all starts by understanding the secret power tools already working inside each and every one of us.